Made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. So news has came out. Here we are roughly about 8 days outside of the big mega fight between Gennady Golovkin and Kell Brook. Hashtag shock the world, in which my main man Kell Brook will defeat Gennady Golovkin. The weight has came out today, what these two dudes are looking like, man. And I must say, this is good news in my opinion. They got Kell Brook weighing at 167.8 pounds, and Gennady Golovkin is at 162.9. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what this means? This means that Kell Brook is losing weight the proper way. He is gradually coming down, slowly but surely. Since the 30-day weigh-in, which was a few weeks ago, and today, Kell Brook has lost, roughly about 9 pounds? He ain't lost it all in one gulp. He ain't killing himself to do it. He was gradually coming down. And I said this before. I think Kell Brook was roughly up there, man. He was up there, 180, maybe 190 pounds. And he is losing this weight at a rate so slow. And he is so comfortable at this weight now. I don't know who Kell Brook has been sparring. I hope that he has been sparring bigger fighters. Now, I know that clip came out about with him and Liam Smith in it and everything like that. I personally think that was more so to help Liam Smith. You know what I'm saying? Because if you feature Liam Smith's face all over the GGG Brook build-up, that's good for Liam Smith's in his fight upcoming with Canelo Alvarez. But clearly, Kell Brook was emulating, he was doing exactly what Canelo Alvarez is supposed to do in the fight. So I'm guessing for Liam Smith, it was good to work with a bigger fighter, getting hit by a bigger fighter. And for Kell Brook, who's looking to come down in weight, who would like to, I guess, get in there with a smaller fighter to make a more heavier workload. I think this was more so to help him to kind of fight a smaller, faster fighter to keep his weight down. You know what I'm saying? But it don't, far as, what this does to prepare him for Gennady Golovkin, that's the only thing I can think it does. It just helps him with conditioning from a smaller, faster fighter. But it doesn't get Kell Brook used to the power of 160. So I'm hoping, I don't know for sure, but I am hoping that the people that Eddie Hearn has him sparring, man, are top-rated middleweights or either above. Cruiserweights, I don't care, man. 175, get those heavier guys and get Kell Brook used to the punching power at middleweight. But, Kell Brook's weight is perfectly fine to me. I would prefer to see him a bit closer to 160, 63 to 65 range, but it's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with 67 because, or 167.8 because I know he can shit out a pound a day. He can get his ass on some enemas, he can hit the sauna, he can drain the fluids, and he can get down to the contracted weight of 160 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Clearly, you even see that Gennady Golovkin, who has been walking around in shape since he pretty much knew he was going to have an upcoming fight. He's been in shape since, I'm pretty sure, finding out that he thought he was going to fight Chris Eubanks Jr. He has been in shape since then. But even Gennady Golovkin is not at the 160 limit yet. He's still at, 162, 163, which will be basically no sweat and burning off them last couple pounds. But he is hovering around that weight. And Kell Brook is hovering around that 167 to 169 range, which will enable him to easily make the 160 comfortably and without killing himself. You know what I mean? Very important. So Kell Brook should approach this fight very strong, conditioned very well. I wish people out there stop using pictures of Kell Brook at 147 and the way he looked at the 30-day weigh-in when he weighed at 176 pounds. Kell Brook is not, I repeat, not going to come in on fight night looking like he did at the 30-day weigh-in. He's going to be a bit more chiseled. He's going to have a lot more fat chiseled off of him, and he's going to be in decent shape, ladies and gentlemen. So do not be deceived here. Now, the WBA has came out and stated that they are not sanctioning this fight. So Triple G's WBA title will not be on the line here, ladies and gentlemen. So, and I totally respect that. You guys know how I get down, man. I'm not a fan of fighters coming up to divisions that they never fought at and gaining instant titles or getting the instant title fights. I'm not a big fan of that whatsoever. So this fight now has been reduced to nothing more than an exhibition because Kell Brook's title is not on the line and Gennady Golovkin's WBA title is not on the line. I'm not sure what's going on with the IBF, with Gennady Golovkin's IBF or his WBC titles, are they going to officially be on the line? Didn't hear any word announced about that, so maybe one of you guys can fill me in on that in the comment section, man. But clearly the WBA said they are not sanctioning this fight. They cannot sanction a fight between a welterweight who has never fought at middleweight to come up and get a title fight, and I respect that, man. I truly do. The WBA and all of their bullshit with their fucking regular and super champion bullshit, this particular statement, I'm down with that. I'm cool with that, and I totally respect it. Daniel Jacobs has been sitting there at the WBA regular title holder for quite some time, and he has not been able to secure a fight with Gennady Golovkin for whatever reason. And so if anyone is just due for that particular title shot, it's definitely Daniel Jacobs. So I have no problem with that, but that doesn't mean that if Triple G loses this fight, he is going to be severely tainted. Trust and believe. According to the rules of the WBA, they're stating that if Triple G wins, he will, continue to keep his title. If he loses, he will have to vacate that WBA super title. You know what I mean? So it's going to be, honestly, I don't know how the WBC and the IBF is going to follow suit on this, but that's the WBA's stand, especially the close relationship between the WBC and the WBA. So it's going to be interesting to see how that go. But if Triple G loses, man, he's still going to be tainted. My main man, Kell Brook, is going to be recognized as one of the top dudes at middleweight because he beat the guy that no one else can beat. He beat the guy that people were afraid to get in the ring with. And so Kell Brook will skyrocket to another orbit still by beating Triple G without that title on the line. So I ain't tripping off that one bit, man. But the fact still remains here, ladies and gentlemen. Kell Brook making weight. It looks like he's very much on target to make the 160 weight. It's looking as if that he is definitely going to do it comfortably. And so now at this particular point, it's only one, I repeat, one golden question left that none of us can answer. And that is, how will Kell Brook respond to the power of a 160 fighter? How will Kell Brook respond to the power of Gennady Golovkin? And that is something that none of us can predict nor know. It would be nice to see more videos of him sparring, preferably heavier opponents, to see how he is taking these shots. And it will also be nice to see what the body of Kell Brook is looking like. I got to get over to his Twitter. If by the time I do this video, if I have a picture of it, I will upload it for this video. But if not, then I don't know, maybe someone could send it to me. But I would really like to know what Kell Brook looked like today, not at that 30-day weigh-in or any other time outside of today. I want to see what Kell Brook looks like today. So I will be heading on over to his Twitter and see if I can find some pictures. But to the next video, Main Man, Made Man, don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man, Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man, Made Man. Let no misunderstandings happen here, ladies and gentlemen. Kell Brook is very much on target. He is doing it very comfortably. A lot of you guys are expecting him to get drained out, expect the muscles to weigh down on him. I don't. I think all he has left is water in him, maybe a lot of salt and carbs in him as well. But that should be very easy for him to lose over the course of this next week. And with the scientists behind him and all that extra shit like that, he should have no problem coming in on fight night and making weight. And like I said before, given that Kell Brook is the IBF champion, given that Gennady Golovkin is the IBF champion, come now on fight night. I don't believe, but the second day weigh-in, which is the day of the fight, the second weigh-in, neither fighter can come in 10 pounds over the championship weight, which is at 160. So neither fighter can come in over that particular weight. You know what I'm saying? And this makes the fight that much more competitive because now both fighters will be in between 160 and 170, making the playing field a lot much more easier, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. This just lets me know that both fighters will be ready to rock and roll on fight night. And I'm turned. To the next video. Peace out.